Yo. All right, let me do some runs, I guess. Oof. Ay. Okay. Okay. A little bit of stretching. Oh, need to record. Record. And I need to add that. I need to. Yeah, hang on. Actually, I need to fix a bunch of shit here. Also, why did it not save me putting Dishonored to a game? Okay, I did do it, but okay, now it's showing. Never mind. Okay. Okay, pause that. Pause that. Guess have my playlist up and then boom, 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 and yes. Okay. Gaming spawn camp. Yo. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
You in cold mud.
Good luck, thank you.
Lost it all. Sent me to.
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Who's there?
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Hey, who's show yourself?
No! Damn it! Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Shit!
Emily. Out into the world once more. How many people had forgotten this mask? Anton Sokolov made this lock.
All memories battling is wicked. Bring your forward defense. Yeah. It's kind of weird. It only works when you hit the fence in a certain way. But I guess that will work in other places
Until
as well.
I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
By other places, I mean other places in the game. But I mean, it would probably work in other categories as well. Like, the most interesting thing is, like, thinking about, like... Because in NG+, right, you could, like, change the order of things due to a slight movement optimization. So the question is whether there is some other places where you could change the order of things
Someone is asking
due to, like, an updated movement thing. changing up the math.
Lord protect.
Let's go. Something's
But it
not
does
right,
look like
but it seems
it's maybe like
familiar
half a second to
somehow.
1 second faster
Where are you?
than what I do
You might
in
as
my
well
NG
show
plus
yourself.
7 run for Sekiro. And
I felt
that
this
run is
so
kind of
long
at a
ago.
spot where like if you get a 1 second time save, then you can just like go and break the record immediately.
Never thought I'd be here again.
Know you.
Although I guess you still need to get lucky. At least a little bit. I really can't be bothered to play that category anymore. At least until... Oh, maybe I can, I don't know. Like, it's like it's like oftentimes not the best feeling to be like, if you already have the record and then you're just sat there for like a long time trying to improve it, when you could be moving on to like getting a new record. That's usually a lot more satisfying than just repeatedly beating your own, because what will inevitably happen is that someone will beat it regardless. And instead of spending time,
Ready for me to
you know,
drop
improving your
dogs?
record, you could just come back after
Ready.
it's beaten
The
and
old
then
city
beat
must
them
have
back.
changed a lot.
Off we go then.
I don't
One
know
more
if
time,
anyone's
old
gonna
friend.
beat my NG plus 7 one though, because it's kind of like, it's one of those speedruns where someone will open it up and will be like, oh, this looks like an easy record, and then they'll like try for a bit and then they'll realize, oh wait, this record is not easy, and then kind of give up. At that point you kind of have to decide like how much time you want to put in. And you need to put in quite a bit of time to break it at the moment, which wasn't the case previously. Pretty much after me and Sarah started running it, it stopped being like that. But before that, when Huey had it, it was kind of like whoever would run it would get the record. Like, just need like a good player and put in like a few weeks and then you would get it. We're at exactly 5 minutes in-game time right now. Isn't that kind of funny? Excited about Silksong. I'm excited about figuring out how to access the DLC in Hollow Knight. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me.
Show yourself. Going anywhere.
You make sure she's.
Which one? The one that has a boss? I ran out of bosses to fight in the game, which is the best part, but there's no bosses in the game. Unfortunately.
I've never seen such a massive infestation. That's... Sorry, Doctor.
I'm kinda shit posting a little bit right now, or rage baiting a little bit.
Quiet. Anybody?
as I always am whenever I talk about Hollow Knight, because it's one of those games that people love to love,
Once that watchtower
and I
is
agree
down, Megan can pick
with
me
the
up.
sentiment. So I think it's funny to like
This place yet.
make fun of people that like the game, kind of like
Yes. Let's head out for the dreadful whale.
how do you say, like, kind of like in a subtle way. Be like, oh, this game is bad. You know, just a little bit of rage baiting. A little bit of rage baiting. There are 2 DLCs that have bosses, yeah, but one of them has boss, not bosses, right?
Just one amp. It's time to go get Sokolov. Ready?
Let's go.
All right.
Got home.
Let's get underway.
Yeah, that's the one that has this, some, in my opinion, the best music. Or some of the best music. Or maybe just has like a few of the best ones. In my opinion. That's why I know that that there is some shit there, because it has like a bunch of boss soundtracks.
This is the Duke of Sokonis. The insane child empress versus God, the agent Delilahs. Hey, this way. Where do you think you're going?
I don't want to die. What's happening now?
Matano escaped, and he's here among us. I'm sure.
You're among us. That's just what that guy said. That's crazy.
Someone there? Ready?
He wasn't among us.
I can see Jindosh's mansion from
Falling
here.
fast. Right. You think I know anything about this damn game? About that damn game? I know where Dirtmouth is, okay? And that's where my game knowledge ends.
Jindosh could have stayed at the Academy of Natural Philosophy. All right, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
Hey, hey,
Build something
run,
like
you
this,
bitch.
and why?
That was almost really bad.
Jindosh.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the
Opening doors in this game is impossible.
Jindosh. Welcome to the final mystery, Jindosh.
I'm not in the mood. Show yourself.
Asked where the DLC was, yeah. I still don't. I maybe I'll open the game in the year 2028. We'll see.
What is going on here?
Fuck.
Stop!
Okay, minor time loss.
Is someone there?
A little bit dangerous there. Oh yeah, you'd say, I'll go do that when Silk Song releases. But that joke is over now, yeah. Allegedly it's over. Or supposedly, that's the word. It's definitely not 100% over though. The game can still get delayed until 2037. We'll be like 50 years old, waiting for Silk Song to come out.
Body? Here?
You did.
All right.
Oh my goodness, this pace is crazy. I just beat my gold by like 4 seconds there. Holy shit. 3:33. What the hell? Yeah, I'm actually completely bussing over this pace.
The void again, but it feels
Bro, I'm like
different.
30 seconds ahead of my PB or something. No, I'm like 40 seconds ahead. Right now.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
Like 35 to 40 seconds.
Well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Probably more, actually.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessie, who is here now?
It was her. Delilah's light. She broke it.
Mother and I saw the.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No.
Your sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination?
Just don't fucking die now. That would be kind of dumb. Would be better to be alive.
I'm with you, even in the void.
Anton.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
Heard something. Better check.
I think something moved.
Who that was.
Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. Here! Standing in my way. Hello?
Conservatory. Built around the time I left for Dunwall.
How did Jindosh die?
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Let's have a look.
So you're back?
I hope you kissed your kid goodbye this morning.
Don't shoot me.
Just happened.
That was
Let's
good.
go. Take me back to the dreadful whale.
Maybe I need to figure out some new time saves for that mission, because I haven't really been going faster on that mission. It's usually around like 406 to 409. I guess there is this one like
I need to know
thing you can do inside of the building, but it kind of messes with the witch aggro,
Ready now?
Let's go.
I'll get you as close as I can.
and then they'll be in your way as you're going to the basement. I don't really know if it's doable. It would save a decent bit of time.
Find Megan once you reach the dustbins.
Someone there.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
The overseers won't just leave the...
Nice.
I've been doing
Finch, Macola, snuffed in war metal. Finch, Macola, snuffed in war metal. Fonzie bird pendant, Winslow ring. Fonzie bird pendant, Winslow ring. Okay, that was good, I think.
Got it. Now to find Aramis Stilton.
Yeah. Saved like 5 seconds over PB.
Definitely odd. Something just shifted.
How to jump in the game?
I don't belong here. Insufferable elitist.
That's
No!
Stilton.
Ah!
Some mercy.
3 years ago, something inside
All right.
Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of
Cinematic time,
him and a part
or
of this house never
whatever
left that evening.
you want to call it, scripted
Thieves
sequence
in
time.
our circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion.
Elitist, yeah.
Delilah's plan.
That's us still, for real.
And
Speedrun
Part
elitists.
of Aramis Stilton is always here.
Fuck beginner play. No, no, no. Yeah. No. No, 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 no. We fighting against the elitists.
Stranger than you could ever know. Dear from within. And at the heart of Stilton. The void is the
Elitism is a real problem. Not in the Dishonored no-hit speedrun community, because the community exists of one person.
things don't work like they should. Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece.
There are a few others. That's Rajavi, and there is
See for yourself what they did.
I forgot his name actually. Is it White Noise or Light Noise or something? Oops. I forgot. I think it's White Noise or something like that. Oops. That's okay. Time loss. Oh yeah, I just thought of something. The sleep dot is green, right? Oh, I forgot to change realm, I think. I gotta do that now then. Not a problem. Just something you have to remember to do. So you don't
Things seem to be
get
the worst
deaded.
here. The two times are overlapping somehow.
Yeah, the thing I was just thinking about is that the poison dots... Oh wait, poison dots do not exist in this game. The green dots are sleep dots, and the blue dots are explosive dots. I don't know about you, but to me, the blue dots would be the sleep dots. And then the incendiary dots. You see, it's blue. This is the explosive device. That one would be like red, or yellow, or orange. You know, like kind of a warm color.
I wonder how much time I have before Mr. Stilton returns home.
Who's running around over there?
And then the green one, I don't think, like, it looks like poison, but the green dots are specifically non-lethal, right? So it's kind of like a poor portrayal, I think, because, like, if someone doesn't know what's going on and you're shooting someone with a green dot, like, I think they assume that it's a poison dot, right? But it's like a non-lethal takedown tool. Makes sense in universe because the whale tanks are blowing blue-white. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Look around you. A crumbling island at the very edges of the void. But this one is special.
Green is the bait. Yeah, it kinda is. But I don't know what other color you would give it.
Years ago. This is where my life ended.
Elden Ring went with like purple-ish, like very like light purple.
This part of the void feels older.
Or like a very, I mean, I guess it's kind of like purple and white mixed together.
It cut my skin, so I went limp.
For the sleep.
And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out.
Somnifer? Is that the
Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted to the void and she...
It's Somnifer, is that not the guy?
But her will and cunning...
Is that not the map guy from Hollow Knight? Or maybe that's with a C or something.
The island in the void
Somniferous.
became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here.
Oh, Cornifer. This is kind of close.
Part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones.
Boom.
She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
Let me in.
The world is full of secrets.
Your beauty, yeah, that guy looks like a rat. Yeah. He has the wrinkles and everything, like the rat skin. Oh.
Why'd they slow down and flow
All
forward?
right, back to the skiff. Sokolov
Let me
should
just
be
check my
waiting.
mass. Okay, 1. I think that's a little lower than usual, but I've also
Things
been
have
like
changed here for the better.
using a lot to save time.
Are you ready to
That's
leave?
okay.
The dust is wreaking havoc.
Yes. I found a way to get around Paolo and Byrne, and I've been to Stilton's house. Let's go.
Yeah, not the best.
This is my last night.
Whatever I'm doing here, or whatever time I end up getting here, or maybe I reset, you know, so it won't have a time, but whatever it is that I'm doing here, you could do like at least 10 seconds faster by just not making dumb mistakes like I've been so far. All right. Let's hope that the Duke will be in his room.
At the palace.
Would be nice. Because the last 4 times I've been getting fucked with him having the bad spawns.
Anyone here? Show yourself. How can you even? What the?
Okay.
The palace. Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
Nice. Okay. Please be in your room. We love coin flips.
Your soft life is over, decoy.
Not again, man. And he's not here. Okay, that's not the worst.
What? Hey, do it! What? What is this?
Oh! Oh!
Let's see what Duke of Bell keeps hidden away in here. The Duke's vault.
Hello? Bro, what? Oh my goodness. It didn't open. Oh. Free time loss.
Okay.
This is it.
Well,
Maybe Delilah's spirit was holding it together.
the run isn't completely cooked, but fucking unlucky. How far are we? The run is essentially over. There's only the mission 9, which is running in a straight line, left. But I don't think this is it. Well, it's a new record if I don't mess up. But I think I lost 20 seconds here at least.
The fall of Karnaca.
The Duke is dead.
It's kind of a
Long live
problem.
Whatever happens next.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
It looks that way. To find a way to help Emily.
Control with the vault,
and
didn't
to
press the
give her back
keyhole.
the throne.
I did though. I
Ready then?
spammed it.
I'm ready if you
I think
are.
I might have not. I think I might have not been hugging it. You need to like hug it for it to work. Okay, that's okay. Actually, it's only 15 seconds. Only 15 seconds. The interaction wasn't showing. I think it's because you have to hug the wall before you can interact with it. Like I was spamming that shit. I pressed it like 20 times.
If old Samuel could see
Anyway.
me now.
It's not my fault that he's in the that he is in the bad spawn 5 times in a row. Although that one isn't that bad, but it's still kind of bad. Okay. I don't have potions enough to just spam. last one there. And we have 2 potions left. Should be plenty to make up for fucking shit up here. I don't know if just like going over the dogs like that is safe. It doesn't feel like it, but I haven't been hit there yet, so it's probably safe. Hehe. That's the 1 potion. Clean.
So she'd replace all the world with this.
Okay, minor time loss.
You won't wreak any more havoc, Delilah.
Okay. Fuck me, man. Garbage game. Come on, man. 2 seconds off. What the hell? Lost it to that minor time loss? I guess I did. I don't know where my mana went. I usually have enough mana to make there. Frame drops? Oh. I guess you always get frame drops at this part for some reason. Or I always get. So fucking weird. Anyway.
Emily.
2801. Shit, man.
Father, what happened?
That's kind of cringe.
Easy.
I lost so much
I'll
time at the
explain
end to
everything.
messing up. Combination of nerves and other shit, I guess. It's kind of very unclean. Guess I'm not done yet. Yeah. Like, that run was so unclean, actually. Kind of wild. Like, okay, mission 4 was really good. Yeah, mission 4. And then mission 3 was good as well. I could have done mission 3 like a couple seconds faster if I'd played better. And then there is a lot of time where I'm just like losing time on the prompts where I shouldn't. And mission 8 was obviously fucking garbage. Mission 9 was actually decent. Like I did the tower climb was very fast. And then yeah, I lost a little bit of time there at the end to... Like I guess I actually should practice that. Because... Well, actually, I don't think I lost time at the falling off there at the end. Because the thing is that... Okay, you might say, oh, just jump on the platform instead of teleport. But that's actually not safe to do. Because you get spotted by her clones and then get killed. So, like, the fast way to do it would be to wait in place until you get mana. Or to do what I did and wait to get mana and then do exactly what I did, except you probably wouldn't have gotten the falling animation, which is like half a second. So, yeah. But I guess, yeah, I actually lost the run to the door. And him being in the wrong spot. For the 5th time in a row. Which should surely mean that on the 6th one, he will be in his room and not in some fucking other place. But I'm pleasantly surprised that having him in the office only loses 15 seconds. Or it probably only loses, like, probably loses less than that. Because I lost like 5 seconds on the door, right? On the vault door. Also, like the start of you know, after you go through the door and then you have to do the whole bridge movement thing at the start of, not at the start, in the middle of mission 8. I could have done that better. It's kind of weird because you have to sprint while blind, and you need to start blocking at a certain time and start jumping at a certain time so that you don't climb up on the fountain. It's really weird. The vault interact over and over, it's hilarious. Okay, man, it's hilarious. Yeah, bro, I guess we gotta go again. It was a good run though. But yeah, it would be best with getting the optimal Duke spawn in the final run. Was this first run of the day? Yeah, this was first run of the day, by the way. I literally did one run today so far. Okay.
More havoc, Delilah. So she'd replace all the world with this.
Wow, it's crazy that I didn't have enough mana there to do the thing. I guess it's because I did something... Oh wait, did I do something bad here with the door entry, actually? Oh, I guess... yeah... Wait, no, where did... I did something... I griefed my mana somewhere, I'm not quite sure where I did. I think it's probably... Not here. Where did I grief the mana? Oh, okay. It was because I got stuck in that one corner. On me, like when leaving the Duke's palace, I got like stuck in the corner, right? And I had to panic dash because he was gonna hit me, and so I griefed the mana for the rest of the. Like I had an interval. Oh wait, no, this should be. Wait, why did I? Oh, wait, what?
The fall of Karnak.
I'm not quite sure where it went wrong. I guess. Yeah. That's unfortunate. This was a nice run though. At least I get something to upload to YouTube. Not quite sure why it was lagging on the end screen again. Not really supposed to do that. But I guess it does that because the game is annoying, trash. I should probably stop using the enhanced broadcast thing. it's kind of just losing free performance. And although it does mean that I won't have like nice transcoding, I think I usually have transcoding because my stream gets a decent amount of traffic. I should probably look into that for the next stream. Enhanced broadcasting is kind of a scam. Although it is probably nice for the viewers, but I think it just takes too much performance. Because I actually found out that streaming is way more demanding for me than recording. And then obviously streaming plus recording is the most demanding, but yeah. 2108 though, or 2801 even. But yeah, I guess, okay, I did definitely lose time there at the end because I couldn't do the thing. I should have looked at my mana, because then I could have realized earlier and then I wouldn't have like lost that much time. Yeah, that's
More havoc, Delilah.
fucking unfortunate.
More havoc, Delilah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I should restart the stream. Turn off enhanced broadcast. Just run at regular old 6000 bitrate. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna restart the stream. Has podcast, no broadcast. VR. Yeah, let's restart. All right. That should be better. I don't know how the stream is looking, but I turned off enhanced broadcast, and then I quickly looked over the settings. I think constant bitrate, yeah, that is the one to use. Yeah, okay. This should be good. This should be good. Okay, let's just check the streams if they're back up. Okay, it looks like they are. Of course, the Twitch one is like regarded and thinks we completely restarted the stream, which I guess we did, but anyway. Okay. Let's just do a test real quick. Load this and then see if it lags out when I end the game. Dude, getting at 2801 is so fucking stupid.
You won't wreak any more havoc, Delilah.
Yeah. Not lagging now. What if I'm recording as well? No lag. Let's try again just to double check. I'm really tired of having lag for no reason.
You won't wreak any more.
Yeah, there's absolutely no... Dude, enhanced broadcasting can suck my... Sugama balls. Okay. Well, I guess the new PB is 2801. Yeah, that's so fucking dumb. 2801. I guess we're gonna, like, we're probably, like, what's the goal now? Is the goal still to get a 50x? Surely the goal now is to get, like, you know, like a 4x or a 3. Nah. I just need, you know, I just need a little bit. I just need 2 seconds and then we'll be fine. Although I guess it's mostly about getting a recording that isn't cringe with the lag and without the lag and without getting juked. Actually, let me load this one again. I need to check something. Do you actually save time by... It's faster than your record, can't allow that. Yeah, that's actually true. It's faster than your Sekiro run.
You won't wreak any more havoc, Delilah.
How far do you go here with this? Yeah, it is kind of optimal to do that. To jump. Try something. Just the random laser then. Okay, I couldn't really... Well, I could do that to save it, and that would have probably saved me enough time where I didn't... Like if I'd done that and then I'd also done this to get to the end, that would have probably saved me the 2 seconds that I needed. Gonna steal your body pillow? Yo, that's crazy. For real. Need myself a Corvo body pillow. Let's check something. Let me check the visuals real quick because this is... Okay, I have it on fucking low. That's why it looks like ass. Put it to high end. Test that thing again. See if it still lags. At this point it should probably be restarting the game in between these because it probably has it cached now or some shit and then it's like not gonna be as intensive.
You won't wreak any more havoc.
But I think playing with these visuals is actually fine. I just gotta send those off. Vsync. What? Off? I guess manual is what I need. Yeah, and then quality 120. We need that at this. Dude, the settings for this game are kinda complicated. Because you need, like, when you're doing a glitched speedruns, you need like a specific FPS because the game is great. So you need to have your settings set in a particular way. Also, by the way, do I have transcoding right now? Let's see. I do, okay, so yeah, fuck the broadcast, the enhanced broadcast stuff. I have 3 viewers right now, and yet I still have the transcoding, so yeah. Okay, right. I guess we'll continue on doing attempts. Your max amount of viewers. Well, you have the entire continent of Gran Canaria watching. All 8 people that live. Gran Canaria, is that not? Is that a different place? Yeah, it's one of the Canary Islands, Gran Canaria. This is where, you know, the Danish go to holiday and shit. They go there and like they piss on the beach and get like various STDs. Drink beer, go clubbing. That's where they go. Tenerife also. I don't remember if that's a Canary Island or down with the I don't remember what those are called. You know, down with Mallorca? Tenerife is a Canary. Okay, I see. Yeah. Bro, do you know anyone who lives on the Azores? You know, the Portuguese business? Yeah, that would be a crazy place to live, not gonna lie. Living out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. That would be crazy. Best Azorian speedrunner. Azorian, is that what it's called? Azorian. Yeah, Azorian. How many people even live there? How many people live in the Azores? 200,000 people? I guess not bad, considering that it's fucking out in the middle of nowhere. Madeira? I don't know if it's Madeira out of the Azores. No, Madeira is its own thing. Oh, I think Madeira's... Oh, Madeira is above you, and then Azores is like out. Over to closer to, not that close to America, but over towards America. By the way, is Madeira, is that where the Madeira wine is from? Where is Madeira wine from? Is that from the island of Madeira? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. But you never know, because there is also masala wine, which is, you know, then you also have like the Indian word masala. That's kind of like not always the same. Masala wine. Oh, wait, Italian city. Oh, so it's not Mach, because that would be like more French pronunciation. Marsala. I'm not gonna lie, I love fortified wine. Ugh. I love fortified wine. I could drink like 3 bottles of port right now. Might help with my gameplay as well. Drink wine again, forgot the taste. Tastes like shit, to be honest.
Cast you in cold mud.
Water is the best drink for real though.
What happened? Alexei, the throne room.
I like you know, like Fanta also.
Nothing I can do alone.
Once in a while, on a hot summer day, having a nice little Fanta. Ooh.
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Hey, who is for trouble? No! Damn it!
Team Fanta? Hell yeah.
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Huh? Shit! Where is he? Damn it!
It's funny, here in my region, Denmark / North Germany,
made this lock.
There's like 3 spin-offs or something of Fanta. There is
Emily would fall.
Tuborg Squash. Tuborg being a beer producer, but they also make soda.
Had forgotten this mask.
Danish beer producer. You also have Miranda. And then you have Faxe Kondi, which Faxe is also a beer producer, making soda as well. Faxe Kondi pineapple. Wait, pineapple? No, orange.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to
have
the
your
docks.
own local soda. Ooh.
I've got to get out of Dunwall.
Okay. Yeah, since I got a 2801. So we're back at it again.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men. I don't know that ship.
I kind of threw it a little bit at the end, but like actually I could, you know, if I wanted to grind this for the rest of my life, I could probably get like 2720. Clipper.
Lord protect.
Wait, Clipper. Did I have a sweater that's from the Clipper brand. What the hell? Do they also make sodas?
Something's not
What
right.
kind of beers do you drink in
familiar somehow.
Canary Islands? I guess
Where
the
are
Mexican
you?
ones,
You might
or
as well show yourself.
yeah, different Clipper. Yeah. I would assume.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along.
I think there's one. Is it called Modesa? Mode something? I think that's a Mexican one, or maybe it's Spanish. Not that sure. And there's Stella Artois as well. I've never tried these. Heineken and Oh, Dorada. Oh yeah, that's the one with the golden Dorada on it, right? On the packaging. The Temple of Gold or whatever. El Dorado, that's what it's called. El Dorado. I only know that exists because I played Civilization 5.
Here. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
And then Heineken is Netherlands. And of course I know that one.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time.
San
old
Miguel,
friend.
but can't really remember anything from Mexico. San Miguel. Wait, where's that one from? Spain? I don't know any Spanish beers. Time loss.
I don't see any signs of it. You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, Philippines.
I have the following announcement.
I've had some Chinese and some Japanese beers. Haven't had Philippine beer.
Cast you in cold mud.
Philippine? Is that?
Lost it all. Set me
Nah, No, is it pronounced Philippine? Philippine?
What happened?
I think it is actually Philippine.
Alexei. The throne room.
Maybe not.
Emily.
Maybe I'm actually
Nothing
thinking
I
of
can
like
do
the
alone. I need
King
to get
Philip
out
of the
here.
Macedons. But I think when, in the context of him, it's pronounced
These
Philippine.
bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
In the documentaries I've seen
Nothing will
about
stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
that stuff, Alexander the Great, that shit.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
How I first pronounce it? Well, oh, what is the word for this? You know, like, you have Germany and then you have German. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that.
Once more.
Or you have French and France and French, and so yeah, I know that it's Philippines, right? But then when something is from the Philippines, do you call it Philippine or Philippine? So like how you would say something is Spanish. A Spanish beer, for example. A Philippine beer, a Philippine beer.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Fuck.
I've got to get out of Dunwall.
I know it's not the Philippines. I know. Oh, Filipino. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think,
I need
yeah.
to find a ship.
Yeah. That would be how you'd
I
say it.
don't know that ship.
I see.
Maybe the captain can help.
Although I guess it might imply that... Wait, did I get bricked?
Sure I saw something.
I'm gonna reset because I think I might have gotten bricked. Also, I lost 2 seconds. Even you know? I just didn't think.
Cast you in cold mud.
My father lost it all. Sent me to...
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Someone is asking for
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Is it called a demonym?
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Or is that the other word? Like, is it, like in the context of Denmark, is demonym, is that Danish or is it Dane?
Anton Sokolov made this lock. Emily would fall
I don't remember.
out into the world once more.
I guess in some countries it would be the same, like Germany. Yeah, Anton Sokolov made that lock.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the
Oh,
docks.
right. I was finishing a thought. Like with Germany, like you have something that's German, like a German beer, and you have one German person. Oh, sorry, one German. Not one German person, because that would be like the adjective form, right?
Who is... I'm not in the mood. Show yourself.
Lord protect.
Anyway,
Let's go.
23? 22, let's go. Sokolov, the master of locking in. I see. I'm the master of locking out, or logging out of the stream as soon as something inconvenient happens.
Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow. Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo.
Master of baiting.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was
Okay,
still
I am
there
actually
all
sick in the head. I was gonna say something else.
Never thought I'd be here again.
But it's not 2016 anymore, so you can't say that sort of stuff on the internet. 2016? I even meant 2006 is what I meant. It's not 2006 anymore, so you can't say that. Dude, TS might be the dumbest fucking abbreviation ever.
Yep. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
And wait, can I? Yeah, fuck it. Unfortunately, even those Silsex is sending these messages, he might be the most intelligent Fallout 3 runner. And by that I mean he's restarted. So I don't actually mean it. No offense to the Fallout 3 runners. I don't even know where I was going with that. I was just wanting to call Sil restarted. And somehow fit Fallout 3 in there. Fallout 3 players are pretty based. Pretty based. Restart the joke, yeah. I don't need to restart the joke, I'm already restarted. I've been restarted way before I even started.
Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
You make sure that she...
You won't get away!
I've never seen such a massive infestation. Goodbye, Hypatia. The monster had to die.
Dude, this run is amazing right now.
Show yourself.
Time to die or something, I guess.
That's the watchtower.
Can't leave this place yet. I don't like it. Ready now?
Yes. Let's head out for the dreadful whale.
Okay, because for... Oh. 126! My gold is 128. Holy shit. Yeah, I understand BCS or because, but I usually write like cuz with said.
It's time to go get some.
See, you said.
Ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's get underway.
TWNN. Yeah, I don't get that one either. Almost the emote. Yeah, I think I have it. It's just capital, maybe. I don't? Okay. I might have it under some other name. I don't have things as... I don't have emotes as things that people can accidentally type other than okay, maybe. Okay. Minor meme.
Rising up from the ocean, coming to
What's he won't go anywhere?
What's going on?
It'll be that
The ocean is really
Playing dice tonight. You in?
for those poor fools who make their trade on the waters.
You're not attend me! Someone is asking for trouble over there. This shouldn't take long.
Deep silver mines.
I can see Jindosh's mansion from here.
Nothing would ever happen to this city.
Jindosh could have stayed at the Academy of Natural...
I guess I have pretty much all the mana routed out now. I think. Although maybe I should change that one up because that blink right there is actually really expensive. It essentially costs double. Because you don't get to regen or something. Or maybe you do actually. Because it looks like I regen this time.
Who would build something like this? And why?
Huh? Did you see that? Did I get hit there? My screen like kind of shaked. But I don't know if that was because like I pressed a button or something. Maybe I pressed the lean button by accident or something. Oh.
Welcome to the final mystery, Jindosh.
Well, that's for the verifiers to find out.
Hello? Oh, anybody? We'll make you search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
I wonder if I can run past that guy. It's probably not. Probably wouldn't be a smart idea. Okay, I just saved myself 2 blinks here through regenning. So actually, we should be pretty good for mana for the rest of the run. TWNN is twin. Interesting.
You're not think you're safe over there.
I've heard crazy stories about Jindosh's mansion.
Hey!
Watch yourself.
Hey! Hey! That usually works! Okay, fuck this game, man. What? Nah. I guess I threw him too far. You can usually throw him in the water to run faster. And if he's within range, then you can like talk to her still, and she thinks you have him. Bro, drowned. Well, I guess that's good to know. Try to throw him too far and he dies. If that's what that guy gets for needing rescuing, fuck that guy. Oh.
You in cold mud.
My father lost it all. Sent me to.
I'll probably end up like uploading the 2801 and then being like, nah, I don't want to play this shit anymore.
Emily. Nothing I can do.
It is kind of annoying to play now.
I need to get out of here.
Who's there? I'm not in the mood. What? Show yourself.
I lose so many runs to RNG, it seems. Not today, obviously. So if you just sample from today, you'll be like, oh, what is this guy talking about? But
nothing will stop me from bringing you home.
Over like the last 100 attempts or so.
What was that?
Like 90% of them have probably. No, actually, yeah. 90% of them have been RNG. 90% of the resets have been RNG.
Hey, who is?
Like this, for example, is gonna be a reset to RNG because this guy's gonna hit me.
You're dead.
Emily. Out into the world.
All memories glitchless. NG+7. Wrong rule set, but right idea. The no air swim variant is the best one.
Cast you in cold mud.
My father lost it all. Sent me to...
What happened? Alexei.
I gotta
The
hurry
throne
up though
room.
because
Emily.
there is some
Nothing I
stuff
can do
happening in the
alone.
Borderlands 1
I need to
community
get out of here.
that I want to cover.
Dunwall always has a way of turning sour. Just as soon as you get comfortable. These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Because Borderlands 1, right? Borderlands 1 came out over 10 years ago, and it's
Nothing will
almost
stop
sub
me
hour
from
now
bringing you home, Emily.
for the first time. It's been sub 2 hours for like 12 years. I don't remember when it came out. 20... Oh yeah, 2012, I think. 2012 or 2011. And
Emily would fall
it's always been sub 2 hours.
out into the world.
But now
once
soon
more.
it's gonna be below
How many
1
people
hour.
had forgotten
It's
this
currently
mask?
1 hour and like 50 seconds.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Would be kind of cool to make a video on that. But first, I need to get this record below 28, and then I need to get the Emily one, and then I need to de-rust Borderlands
Until
1.
I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. I've got to get out.
Granted,
of
I
Dunwall.
never... There was never anything in the first place to rust in terms of my Borderlands 1 abilities.
I need to find a ship.
There was no... There was no structure there for...
Maybe the captain can help.
that could even rust, so... yeah. Dude, my time on Borderlands 1 is so bad. It's also kind of sus to stream though, because it's like,
Lord protect.
Let's go.
it's like the flashing lights, right?
Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow. Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo.
I felt this so long ago.
Yeah, the last hour frontier.
It was still there all along. Never thought I'd be here again.
Know you.
Don't think you've watched anyone play that one, like speedrun it or just play it. I guess it goes both ways. There's not a lot of people who play Borderlands 1 because it's pretty bare bones. I like it though, it's kind of like a classic. Very kind of old school.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Not that old school, I guess, but
The old city must have changed a
like
lot.
pretty old school
Off we
for
go
like
then.
modern games.
One more time, old friend.
And I guess the current version of it came out only some years ago. It's essentially like Dark Souls 1 remastered, right? But it's actually pretty recent, so it's... I mean, it's kind of a clusterfest of a game. Just as an example, the game has like a memory leak. Like the cutscenes, whenever they play, they don't get like cleared from memory or some shit. So after you play for a bit, the game just kind of dies. And you start lagging like crazy. So in order to fix that, you delete the cutscenes. But in doing so, you get these flashing colors on screen, which is kind of annoying. Nice. Okay, yeah, I kind of messed that up. But also, he came very fast. Would have died regardless. I think, at least. I won't count that one as RNG, though. It's kind of like if you pick up the key slow, then you kind of have to move forwards, but then you can't pick up the mana potion as fast. But you need to move forward to not get hit by him.
I will cast you in cold mud.
My father lost.
Because like if I'd grabbed the key, then that wouldn't have been an issue.
What happened? Alexei.
I grabbed it faster.
The throne room.
Grabbed it instantly.
Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. Dunwall.
Is...
Quiet. What?
With the throne room blocked off, we should have...
Someone there?
Hey, who...
Damn it!
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
What was that?
Come on! I don't have time for games.
Anton Sokolov made this lock. Emily. Out into the world once more. How many people had forgotten this mask? Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. I've got to get out of Dunwall.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Today on this sad anniversary...
The city is crawling with the Duke's men. I don't know that ship, but maybe the captain can help.
Dare you to won't go far. Hey, who is...
Pretty sure
What's going on?
Lord protect.
Let's go.
I guess 24 and under is what I'm happy with there, or what I'm fine with, not starting over. Yeah.
Something's not right. but it seems familiar somehow. Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along. Never thought I'd be here again.
I know you.
You're up. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now?
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement.
Okay.
Restrictions are now in place due to the political
Okay. Wait, did I just say yes to what to play the tutorial? I think I did. Did I? I don't even know. I don't even know what it did. I'm just autopiloting the menuing. Okay, okay, no tutorial. Okay. Okay, I'm confused.
Lost it all. Sent me to
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Nice.
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
No! Damn it!
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily. Let me guess.
That.
It's him
Oh my
again.
goodness.
Emily,
I think I'm getting hit
out
here.
into the world once more.
Yeah.
How many?
Okay.
you in cold mud.
My father lost it all. Sent me to...
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Okay, that was kind of...
Look at this.
I
Nothing
guess I
will
slid
stop
too
me
early.
from bringing you home, Emily.
He's like running away and then he changed his mind. Wait, I can just hit him.
Cast you in cold mud.
My father lost it all. Sent me to...
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Hello?
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Hey, who's... No! Damn it!
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Man, going for a 27 is so fucking dumb. I'm not gonna lie, it's so dumb. It's so stupid of me to even try to get that because, like, I'm already 3 minutes ahead of second place. I don't think another 5 seconds is gonna matter. Or 2 seconds.
Cast you in cold mud.
And it's gonna take me as much time to get those 2 seconds as it's gonna take someone else to get like
What happened?
a 30 minute
Alexei,
run or something.
The throne room.
Like, because
Emily.
obviously it gets harder and harder the lower the
Nothing
time
I can do
becomes.
alone. I need to get out of here.
Who's there?
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Hey, who is this? No! Damn it!
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Shit.
Held the record forever. Yeah, that's the hope.
Sokolov made this lock.
That's like, you know, ideally it would be like something, you know, where it stands for like 10 years or something.
Emily would.
And then like there's some guy in the video who's like, okay, we have like 10,000 new strategies. I think the most likely way that my run will be beaten is by a rule change, actually. By them starting to allow something that previously wasn't allowed. Because like who else would care to do this run? Maybe White Noise or Radsavi?
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Fuck.
I've
With
gotta
sure
get out of
glitchless it's different, right? Because there is hundreds of people who care. Right? There might even be like a 1,000 people or something who care about the run.
I don't know that.
Now there isn't 1,000 runners, but there might be, you know, like 400 runners and then like another 600 that would like to.
What's going on? Look around.
I think that's reasonable to say. Kind of like how everyone wants to speedrun Super Mario 64, right? So although it might have like 2,000 runners or whatever, there are just at least like probably 10,000 people who are interested in trying to run it.
Something's not right.
Probably way more.
That seems
probably
familiar
nah.
somehow.
I don't think it's 100,000.
Where
No,
are
maybe
you
there is
well
like
show
100,000
yourself.
people for Super Mario 64.
Corvo.
Game has to be nuts to speedrun, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of impossible to, you know, in... I guess it's kind of true with every game, right? But in that game, if you're like a top runner, you're like a nobody. Because there are so many top runners. There are so many people who have like dedicated like so many years and thousands of hours of their life to the game. So like, I also talked about this recently with like Sekiro, right? The people that are like top 50, top 25 on Sure Glitchless, if they had played a game that was less played, they could have probably been like the #1 runner on it. And then it's the same thing, like someone who's like top 10 on Super Mario, like let's say, you know, like, I don't know, Ouija. I guess that's more like top, like actual top. So, you know, like one of the top runners in that could have like easily been like completely dominating in Sekiro if they had put in the same amount of time. Because it's like the competition level is completely different.
We'll take the
Sekiro
skiff
is
to the
pretty
shore when
fierce
we're
for the competition, but it's not as competitive as Super Mario 64 and Minecraft.
ready for me to drop you at the docks.
Ready. The old city must
And
have
like
changed
fucking
a lot.
Roblox maps.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
And if we extend it out even more, like competitive esports titles like Counter-Strike and League of Legends, Fortnite. And then again, you can expand it out even further and say like football, you know, like real football, not American football. That's like probably the hardest one of all things in terms of competitiveness, because everyone as a kid, every like guy as a kid, at least in like Europe and like South America and Africa, wants to be like Lionel Messi or Ronaldo. Exactly. Dude, I remember being a kid, and you know, we were like 15 boys or whatever in the class, right? And we would be like all of us would be like football fans. We don't know who the state's minister is. We may know who the queen is at this point. We don't know like any famous people who like appear on TV and shit. The only two people we know are Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, like being like 7 years old or some shit. Good times, good times. Like, and like people would be running around in like Barcelona, like merchandise and shit, and like what's the other one? Manchester United, because back then Ronaldo played on Man U. Good times. And I'm still clueless about football. Fuck.
I will cast you in cold mud.
My father lost it all.
Hang on, I'm actually gonna do a test this run. Okay, so the timer does run during that. I just wanted to test that real quick.
Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. Dunwall.
I was curious whether it actually ran during that or not.
Think you're being quiet?
With the throne room blocked off, we should have...
No! Damn it!
Goodbye, Ramsey. Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Hey, Lewis!
Oh. Don't do it.
You aren't going anywhere.
You're wondering you could skip the guard chains before Ogre and do other pickups to be faster? Maybe. I don't think so though. Cost 5 seconds to pick up 3 guard chains. That is pretty efficient. Yeah, the gacha on Roberto Bridge is 2 seconds for 1 pickup. So it's a little bit less efficient than the one before Ogre. And also you lose time on menuing if you pick that one up. Because you have to equip it. Like you have to open the inventory again and equip it. Unless of course you can line it up with some other. Only needs one. Nah, he needs many. It's all memories. You need at least 2. One for... I guess maybe someone should look for like Gachin-less Juso. But I can already tell you that that's... Even if you could make it work, it's not gonna be worth. Because it's gonna be so much of like a running, like fucking around. Like, you know, like extra pathing to get behind him. While talking to Emma and the purification task. Ah, yeah. But the one... I don't know if that one is there at that time. Like, I don't know if it's there during the invasion. Wait, invasion? Yeah, invasion. Oh, I guess this kind of depends on the routing, right? Like, if you are thinking about After Dragon, I don't actually know if it's there anymore. ABMB is there? No, ABMB is not there during invasion. They're there during nighttime. Because they do that and then they go kill Dragon afterwards. After you kill Dragon, it goes to Invasion 2. And merely visiting Townhead sets it to night. Now, I'm not saying that it's 100% not there, but it might not be there. Because it's not the same time, it's not the same world state. Because what they do in ABMB, right, is they... I guess it depends if you mean... I don't think they would do it in Restricted. Not to think about it, yeah, probably. I'm just yapping anyway. Yeah, good evening. Well, I guess if you want to do grapple cancel monkeys, right? Let's say you want to do that. And you pick up the Gachin before Gyobu and the Gachin what's the one on the bridge? You would technically be spending 4 seconds, right? Picking up the Gachins. You're not gonna lose time on the menuing because you will already have a gachi in your inventory to menu, because of course you'll equip it at the start of Gyobu alongside with your Akko. Then, because you do grapple cancel, you need one less, so you got 2 for 4 seconds worth. And the 3 pickup takes 5 seconds, so you save 1 second on the pickup, but you have to do grapple cancel. We've got changed when killing monk, right? Not doing grapple cancel, yeah, well then you need to equip Gachin. If you're not doing Ganchinless monkeys, then the Ganchin has to be equipped during Gyobu. Or if you're not gonna do that, then you need then you're gonna need an extra time to open the menu. Oh, you're doing Ganch. Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, I just kind of assumed that you would do. Yeah. You have to remember though that Ganchinless monkeys is kind of sus. Like you're pretty much going even here. And do not say Ganchinless monkeys. Oh, Ganchinless monkeys is 2 seconds faster. We went through that. It's essentially the same speed. Yeah, this seems like a copium then, kind of. Or I guess, like, I think, man, it's hard. Your Chinese, it's a bit faster, yeah. You can just do the kill that I do, right? I think that one is pretty fast. The one where you take a step, hit once, then dash and hit 3 times. But Gachin is actually the same time as inside Gachin, yeah. They're about the same. And that's if you have 10,000 hours on the game. If you have less than 10,000 hours, then Gachinless monkeys mega time loss inside the fight. Dude, on my first run where I did Ganchinless monkeys, I did them so slowly that I overall lost time. Like I lost all 5 seconds to doing the strat, like, not good. And that's, I had like 3,000 hours on the game. It's pretty hard to become really good at Sekiro because the game is insanely competitive. And you're up against people that are either talented or have an insane amount of free time. Or both. So you gotta work smarter than everyone else because it's impossible to work harder if you have a real life. Like, for example, when I got... in the period where I got good, I didn't do shit but play the game. Like, I didn't do homework a single time. After I started playing Sekiro, I didn't do homework a single time. I skipped every assignment for 2 years. And I passed. Somehow. But yeah. You're up against, like, actual psychos. I don't recommend doing that. Because it's not necessary. You need to get good. Nah. You don't need it. Playing glitchless though is doomed. Like if you want to be the best glitchless player, it's kind of doomed. It's kind of like trying to get rank 1 on a video game, like trying to get rank 1 on League of Legends or something. And there's kind of like this, like you're on your own and you're up against this like massive thing out there and you have to figure everything out, and there's no, you know, there's nothing. There's no like guarantee that anything will go well. Like I've recently been playing some teamfight tactics because I want to try and get a high rank on it again. And like on that game, it's like you either just trust people who put out guides, or you need to play 24 hours a day to figure the strats out for yourself. That shit is horrendous. I don't think we'll ever see another person hold 7 world records once again. Nah. Easily. It'll easily happen. Because the game is gonna die out at some point. I think it's kind of the natural state of any game is that it will eventually die out and then one person will get all of them. And then once that person has all of them, the barrier of entry gets higher. And then the game kind of dies out in a way, and then no one is really able to break through. Because like, if one player is the best at every category, right? And then one person tries, or let's say it's not a new person, but like an experienced person. If he's already has a world record, then, you know, he kind of knows one thing and he kind of just has to adapt his knowledge. But if it's just one guy who's, you know, on everything, so like at a certain point it will get to that probably. Also, Worm could easily get all the, I say easily, Worm could get all of the, like every single record on the game. But he doesn't want to. If Worm one day comes to me and says, and this is probably not something that should be done, but if Worm one day comes to me and says, "Oh, I want to try to get every record on the game," then what you can do is you can essentially circumnavigate the mental issue by just having a person who like every morning tells you, not even every morning, but like checks in on you every hour to make sure that you have Sekiro open. Like every time that you're doing anything, like you'll be jacking it and I'm gonna be calling you on Discord, be like, hey, time to get back on Sekiro, man. Maybe you can make like a PC program or something that like puts up like some video that calls you a bitch or something. But you'll probably go insane and start feeling like shit and just drop the game after a bit with that one. So if you have like a coach, it's easier. But this is probably not a good thing to do because like it will essentially be 2 people, you know, doing the runs. Like effectively, right? You have one person who is just focused on executing the strats, and then the other person is just focused on making sure that that person who knows how to execute the strat is not allowed to live a life outside of the game. Nindo and Resident Evil 8. Oh, Nindo. I remember like at a certain point it was like very mixed, and then 7 Ray D or Trey or whatever his name is like destroyed it, and Spicy also destroyed it. But I guess it's gotten to a point where it's just one guy, Nindo. The chances of a person being interested in every category and get world record. Yeah, like no one wants to do it because like there are many of them that are just trash. Like Portal Journey, for example, is so fucking bad. I could, like, now I don't really have the drive for it, but I'm interested in, like, pretty much all the categories. The one that I'm the least interested in, funnily enough, is actually probably sure restricted. It kind of, to me, it lost its charm after unrestricted became made, because, you know, it's any percent, but it's not any percent anymore because unrestricted exists. Anyway, I'm just waiting for Elo to drop the buffer overflow into the you know, where, you know, like how there is a single bit in memory that is like that's called, or the function in debug is called like request to ending, I think it's called. And you can imagine what happens when that bit gets set to 1. It's at 0 by default, and then when you set it to 1, it teleports you directly to the credits. So I'm just waiting for someone to figure out a way where you can like overflow a memory value into that 1 so that it gets triggered and just teleport you to the credits. LBMB become a category, like a legit one. It will never be on the main page, but like category extensions can potentially be created when people are interested. I made a discussion about it like some time, like a year ago or something, and 4 people typed the message on there. So currently 0.5% of the community are interested in it. And out of that 0.5%, less than half of them are interested in LBMB. You watched and you might hop onto that? Hell yeah. After Shura? Yeah, that's a classic. After Shura! Nintendo DSB leaderboard. Oh yeah, that's true, you know. At a certain point, it'll be like ties, right? Especially since, like in any percent right, when you quit out on the monk door, you get a round down. So at a certain point, you won't be able to do that part of the run any faster. And you'll be essentially having like a frame rule. You need to save 1 second at a time. And then you get the same thing on the credits, right? Like it's like split up in 2 halves. First 9 to 10 minutes, and then the second 9 to 10 minutes. And on both parts, you need to save more than 1 second. There have been a lot of ties in the past, but right now it's kind of in the situation where like a lot of the, pretty much all of the glitch times are like not that updated. It's just that Worm is so much better than everyone else that he kind of completely like fucks everyone. It feels pretty shit to grind one of those if Worm can just take it back. Like you can watch Sutemo play for like 18 months or something to get the record, and then Worm takes it back in like 2 days. I don't exactly know how long Sutemo played that, but I think he played it for over a year at least. But obviously he didn't do 6 hours of runs of that category every day. No one wants to learn Jimmy. Oh yeah, on that one. Yeah, Jimmy's pretty rough. I want to learn it at some point, but man, it's fucking hard. Thankfully, it's only useful in one category. So. Unless the weird ass force quit route for all memories works. Oh right, it doesn't because you have to talk to Tengu, yeah. It would be really nice to have like an actual like working and finished version of like the gold spreadsheet that I was working on, but it's just fucking impossible. Because people can't agree on it's essentially because China exists. Then we would be able to know exactly what times are bad and which ones are good. But it's actually kind of hard to tell because like I remember with the all memories run world record that that Uros got. He got like a 56 or something. No, yeah, 56. And then he lowered it by a minute to 55, and I was like, okay, it's the fucking end. And then it was lowered by another minute by Pumpkin. And then Pumpkin lowered it again by another minute. And like, I was like, I thought at 55 that it was dead. But now it's 53 something, right? And I think it was actually after that lowered by half a minute again. This is all memories glitchless, right? Oh yeah, now it's yeah, it got lowered by another 30 seconds. So it's kind of hard to tell what runs are actually like really good. Yeah, so Uro's 56 was in 2022, and then like he immediately after like got the 55, oh, and then Brachio improved that. But then it was, oh, Brachio actually got the 54, and then okay, so it was more gradual than I remember, but still like it just kept being lowered. Dude, how did Beige save that much time? Jesus. It's impossible to get sub 53? Damn. This really? I don't believe that. Let's see, is he using live split? Then I can check if it is. Nah, it should be possible. Surely. He fucked up on Butterfly and died once or twice after Dragon. Bro. I guess it looks insane. So, but yeah. Okay, no, this Elden Ring guy is still updating this guide like 3 times every day. Oh god, there's a lot of runs in the queue. I probably have to... Nah, someone submitted a Someone submitted a fucking... Nah, someone submitted a 3-hour Immortal Severance glitchless run. Come on, man. What the hell? There's 2 people that did that. There's 2 3-hour IS glitchless runs on here. What? 3 hours. Bro? Bruh. Okay, what is... Okay, this video is so weird. It has him like, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. I need to do some verifications probably. Worm is kind of carrying. Also, I need to talk to Syl because Syl got added as a verifier, but I didn't walk through him how to use the menu yet. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's gonna be like 3 hours isn't a bad time. It's just that like once you get 3 hours, you can easily improve it by a whole hour by just spending one more day on it. Because if you can beat it in 3 hours, that's kind of like the point where you can beat the game in one sitting. And if you can do that, then you can start improving your time. So it's like, I need to spend like I guess I won't be watching the whole thing, but I need to spend so much time reviewing it for them to submit like a run that's a whole hour faster tomorrow, probably. I guess that's just the annoyance in that. Anyway. Also, I don't know whether I'm actually gonna commit to going for this 27 because it's like, it's right there, but I'm also like extremely lazy about it. I guess I should go for it. The max time for an IS run to be accepted. Well, if someone submits like a 50-hour one, right? I'm just gonna check the end of it and then just gonna press insta accept on it. Because it's funny. But there is this kind of middle ground where someone is not trolling. They're doing a legitimate attempt. And so that means that it's important that they know what to do. Because like if they, let's say, they do something that you're not allowed to do in the middle of the run. In like a 4-hour run and I'm watching it at like times 50 speed. I am probably gonna miss that. And then they're gonna do a new run. And then that's gonna be accepted again. Because maybe it will be 3 hours this time. Then 2 hours and 1 hour. And then once maybe they get like 45 minutes, it'll be like, okay, now I'm gonna watch every single second of it. And then I'm gonna be like, oh, you did this is not allowed. And then they're like, but I did it in all those other ones. You see, this kind of creates a problem because now it's on me because I was just trying to be nice by verifying those all other runs, but I kind of fucked them over because now they don't know. And this creates a scenario where like it's just annoying, right? Because like if they submit a run, they expect the verifier to essentially say, okay, this is allowed. This is, you know. Yeah. So actually the medium duration ones are the worst ones. Like the sure runs that are between 35 and 40 minutes, those are the worst because you have to actually watch every second of it. The fucking 1.5 hour ones, I'm just gonna speed through it because it's fucking whatever, but the people who are like submitting like medium length runs because I need to actually watch every second of it. Those are the worst ones, but not sure is a bad example because on sure I just watch 4 at the same time. I guess the very worst ones are the mini boss ones, the one where I have to keep track of every mini boss because I can only watch one run at a time because I need to actually make sure they killed all the mini bosses. And I need to watch like every single kill, so I can't go at high speed through it. Or I can go high speed, but I have to pause. And yeah, I only watch one at a time. Anyway, it's not like a big deal because like the only thing is that if someone like well, realistically, the only issue is that sometimes you can create, like you as a verifier can create a situation that's like kind of your doing, but it was kind of like not like you're not really to blame. But in those situations, there's kind of like two things that can happen. Either the runner is fine with it or the runner's not fine with it. And in the cases where they're not fine with it, that's kind of the one, that's kind of like the theoretical thing that kind of sits with you, right? Because you're like, if I fuck someone over, there is a chance that I'm gonna have to deal with someone, right? That's the worst one. So like, I don't mind sitting through watching like a mega long one. But the problem is that the like if it's like them doing a ton of shit that they're not allowed to, I'm gonna have to explain it all. And then it's like from there on you just have to pray that they take it well, because if they don't take it well, then you know, that's when it becomes fucked. Like, you can look at like Elden Ring, where the moderating team on Elden Ring, although they might not admit it, or they might not realize it, or they might not want to realize it, or they might view it in a different way. The Elden Ring moderator team is in the community as a whole, in the whole FromSoft community, they are more hated than they're liked because of a single bad interaction with Squillakiller, where he made a video that got 50,000 views, and where everyone in the comments is like saying that the Elden Ring moderators are cucks. And then the Elden Ring moderator enjoyers would then be, you know, most of the runners that get their runs verified there and know the verifiers, which would be like 1,000 people maximum. So you have like 1,000 people who like the moderators and 50,000 who don't like the moderators. So it only takes like one like scenario like this to just fuck everything up. What happened in that instance? Squilla broke the rules. The moderator that dealt with him didn't do it super nicely because he's like it's kind of like an infamous guy. He's very stone cold with what he says. They removed him now because he's not a very friendly guy. He's impossible to work with because he's never friendly to anyone. So he just like said straight up what was the issue, and then Squillakiller felt that it was unfair because the explanation was just like, this is not allowed, boom, with no extra like thing. And then yeah, but Squillakiller was definitely in the wrong, but yeah, that's kind of like a hard one because like yeah. It's something that I think about a lot because how much career suicide that the Elden Ring moderator team has done without them really knowing it, or like they honestly don't care, which I think is the reason why it happened, right? They don't really care about how they are looked at from the greater community. They only really care about, you know, the core community, which I think is fair, but it's kind of like you probably shouldn't turn the dial so much that you're saying you don't care at all. Maybe you just care a little bit, but no, they don't care at all. And one of the great points that got brought up in like the comments on Squillakiller's video is that the speedruns will be nothing without the viewers, which is kind of true. Because all of the speedrunners who kind of inspire others are ones who usually get views, and if they never got views, then no one would have been inspired to do the community. I would have never done shit if it weren't for like Distortion and Aggie who have viewers. Like if they hadn't had viewers, hadn't had viewers, then I would have never been here moderating the game or anything, right? And I wouldn't have spent a lot of time with it. So it's kind of a difficult thing because on one hand, the viewers shouldn't have input on like the rules, but on the other hand, the viewers can just say fuck you and just kill the community, which they didn't really do with Elden Ring because Elden Ring is pretty big, but it could have been like bigger, right? If they hadn't like kind of fucked that up. But I guess part of that is not really the individuals and the moderators team's fault. It's kind of like the overall like decision making where they want to have 7 people or like 10, 12 people look over like 10 games. Because they have all the Souls games, right? The people who have to work on the Elden Ring rules are also the persons verifying the Dark Souls 1 runs, the Dark Souls 2 runs, Dark Souls 3 runs. So they're just overworked. Like we can barely scrape by with Sekiro with like 7 people. And it's one game. And it's the shortest game of them all with the least content and the shortest runs. And the least content, so you need like less like expertise, right? Because there isn't like, oh, did this weapon deal the right damage in this run or whatever. You don't need that because, you know. Anyway. One team for 4 games. Well, it's not for 4 games. It's a Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 1 Remastered, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 2 Prepared to Die Edition, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, and Night Rain. It's 8. Demon Souls as well, and Demon Souls Remake. It's 10. It's 10. I did remember right. It's 10 games. And it's one core team that is behind everything, although generally speaking, there is a lot of autonomy in each. So it's not like a problem, I would say. It's just that, like, you know, you would want more. I think, like, I do like Speed Souls overall, but I think it's too big. But it's also hard because, like, who else should do it? Like, if there's a new game in the series that comes out, who else should do it than the other Dark Souls experts? Like, it makes sense for them to do it. I always thought the DS3 rules are so unbelievably strict with you can't take a half-minute break and shit. I guess there is different perspectives on this, because one perspective is, oh, I can't take a break. The other perspective is, why are you taking a break during a speedrun? Now, I think it's kind of valid from both perspectives. And then you can kind of weigh like the decisions. So, okay, if you ban breaks, then you'll have more like concise runs that will have better viewer retention, which will mean that there is going to be more attention to the game as a whole. There will also be less waiting time for the verifiers. And you'll also have less abuse of like people cheating in between runs, because what you can do, right, is if you do a run that's based on drops. So for example, if you do all achievements, then you can take a break to go and look in the VOD about what drops you got, so that you don't have to look at it at the moment. You can just run through an area and then pause, then go and look at the VOD to see how many drops you got. That's an actual time save. But the time save is necessarily, like, you have to take a time loss in real time to get the time save in in-game time, right? And then you can start thinking about, oh, but we can do exceptions and shit. But it honestly becomes quite annoying. So it's easier to just say no breaks. Now, I know that most people looking at that won't go through that whole analysis of all the different paths and will just say that I think this is not the right decision or I think this is dumb or whatever. But there are people who have been thinking about this a lot more than... yeah, than you. And not to target you necessarily. This was more like a general statement. But sometimes the rules do truly not make sense. Like one rule that we're working on remaking for Sekiro right now is the rule against crashing. Right now, if you have a run going and you crash, then the run is invalid. And there are kind of a few reasons why. And they have been like really like when we've been trying to kind of make a rule that says crashing is allowed, it's kind of become apparent why. It's like the rule right now is 2 lines and it says something like if the game closes for any reason, then the run is invalid. And then line 2 says that was line 1, and then line 2 says that in unrestricted you're allowed to forcefully close the game to do a force quit wrong warp. That's 2 lines. The new rule is 4 lines and it says it has 2 extra lines that essentially describe like the quitting out stuff. Like it has 1 line that says, oh, make sure that if the game closes, that when you reopen it, you wait for the game to capture, or you wait for the recording to work again. So that's a completely new thing, right? That you need to worry about is like when the game closes, the recording program might not catch the game immediately. So if someone is playing with 1 monitor, right? This is a whole new meme that is opened up. And another meme is that someone could crash at the exact time that would be like a strategy, right? You could like immediately, like after Monk dies, if you crash then and there, then the door opens immediately and you just saved like 5 seconds, or maybe more. Right, so that also needed a line. So it's now the most convoluted fucking shit ever. And I think more people are gonna be looking at it like now, and being like, okay, why is all this shit here? This seems way too weird. But if you write it the other way, where you just say you can't close the game, but crashes are allowed, then someone will go forcefully crash their game and will be like, oh, it wasn't, it was like, you know. So we have to type accidental crashes, and then like someone will like crash at a convenient time and they'll be like, wait, but I can't, it was an accident, right? Then we have the clause that says, you know, if it was, if it saved time or gave you an advantage, then a case-by-case penalty will be applied. And then the final rule with, someone being like, you know, their game crashed and then they open up the game and then they switch out the save file or something. And then they're like, oh, but I didn't know that the recording program wouldn't immediately capture the game, so I don't know why the screen is black here for like 5 seconds. That's... You could actually continue writing lines for exceptions that would be nice to cover for just like a slight rule change like this. And the same applies with the quit out rule. The quit out rule is very simple. The more time people are allowed to be on the quit out menu, the more avenues of abuse there are. And this is where you get into the Squilla killer situation. Because people are legitimately saying, and when I say legitimately saying, they are saying for legitimate reason that you should be allowed to pause. That's a legitimate argument. You should be allowed to pause. But the thing is that, how are you gonna work that? Are you gonna say, okay, people can pause for, like, let's say people can pause for 2 minutes. Okay, well, what if that person is doing what I said earlier and going back to check the VOD to do like a strategy essentially that's gonna save time? Then you can be like, okay, well, either we embrace that or we make a rule against it. And then it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then if you embrace it, then people are gonna be like, okay, this strat is lame. And if you ban it, then people are gonna be like, well, how are you gonna do all this shit with having like 50 extra lines for this one exception? And then, yeah, it's just fucking difficult. Because either way you lose as someone who writes rules. The only thing you have in your favor is like that you have the trust of some people. And I guess the power, power, kind of weird thing to say, because really shouldn't be interpreted as that. You have the permissions to do stuff. I originally didn't want to be a moderator, actually, because it kind of sucks due to these reasons. It's way more comfortable to be not a moderator and just shout at the moderator team whenever they do something wrong, which is what I do with the Souls mod team. You know, they're having such issues running this massive, like, these 10 games, and I'm just like roasting them. But yeah, it's also good to be critical of others, or be critical of them, because they won't get criticized by the people in the community, because that's kind of how it goes. You know, you become like complacent, and you're like, well, but you know, they can't really do. Yeah, they could definitely improve on some things, but they do well on a lot of things, so that's good. It's not like with Team Hitless where it's like mostly shit, but mostly shit and unfixable. But with Souls, it's mostly good, and the last bit that's not so good is fixable. Mostly fixable. IGT is a blessing and a curse. Yeah, definitely. It actually, like, well, I do think that in-game time is actually really good. At least modded in-game time, modified in-game time. The alternative would be RTA no load, right? Where timer counts on the main menu. But I don't even know, because, yeah. The thing with RTA no load is that a lot of games need you to cap their FPS for that to work. Speedrunning as a whole is a little bit cursed. There are gonna be some things that you can't fix. Like, some people are gonna be losing time on hardware dependent sequences that you can't really do anything about. Like, if IGG wasn't, I think quit-outs would be time loss instead of time gain. Yeah, most of the time, yeah. Not really in this game, but because you don't really quit out on doors. If you don't allow quit-outs, you just get ganked and lose run randomly at every corner. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. And I guess this is where like traditional speedrunners kind of like don't think the same as me here, but I like to kind of change it up. So like doing, for example, like a DS3 glitchless runs with no quit outs as like a change up. And I do believe they have a category extension for no quit outs for Dark Souls 3 80% glitchless. So I like having like rules be kind of like made in a specific way where it's meant to be like the standard, and then people can like build off of that and kind of within that make their own rules. So for example, with Team Hitless, you know, they have the Roberto stagger, which is kind of controversial. They allow that, so people who don't want to do it and want to do it can both submit. Resident Evil 4 Remastered has an issue like that. During escape menu, time doesn't run, so they just pause buffer like every shot ever. Oh yeah. Yeah, in this game, time also doesn't run on the menu for the in-game time. This is why the speedruns of this game, they use a RTA timer. But Team Hitless has decided to use in-game time because it's easier. And honestly, I don't blame them because the live split RTA no load timer only works if you're down patched. Imagine if they needed to get every player to down patch. Ban pause buffering in that game, you would lose a grenade glitch. It makes them do a million damage. Yeah, but how do you even ban pause buffering? If you just think about like what words would you type to ban pause buffering? And then also, how would you enforce it based on that? As an example, you could say you're only allowed to pause for like X amount of time total, or like in any other like way that you might want to word that. But then people will just pause buffer a little bit, so you still have them, but it may be a compromise that you're willing to take. Or you could say like, oh, you're not allowed to buffer inputs through a pause screen. But then what about like, you know, unpausing to then start running? Are you not allowed to hold W while paused? What if someone accidentally opened the pause menu like this and they're like, oh, I didn't mean to pause. And then they, oh, I just held W. Oh, my run is invalid, right? So if you just straight up say something like that, then you could say you're not allowed to do like pause buffer that gives an advantage. Okay, then you have to define advantage. And an advantage could be time save or something else. And then you gotta figure out the punishment that fits each like level of advantage. And this is very difficult, and I think I've talked a little bit with a guy who was working together with the Elden Ring moderators on the rules, or the Salt moderators. And we kind of agreed that the only way to do one of these things where you have a caveat where something is only banned if it gives an advantage. So like, in this case it was about crashing. If you crash, it's allowed. And then if you crash and gain an advantage, then something follows. And the question of what follows, we kind of agreed had to be a punishment that's handled case by case. I think it's too difficult to make like a whole table of, oh, if you do this, then you get this, this, and this. But that one is also a little bit controversial because the if it's something that's gonna happen very often, then it can be a nightmare doing a fair judgment between runners. It's fine if it only happens once, twice, or like 3 times, because then you don't really have to worry about like overlapping judgments, or like, unfair judgment, one person getting like 1 second of punishment and another getting 2 seconds of penalty, stuff like that. Probably along the lines of no pause spamming to line up shots. But the thing is that that would probably catch innocent runs as well. As I said, right? What if someone comes and they want to shoot this guy, right? And they come and they, oh, I accidentally paused, and then they're like, you know, lock onto his head. Was that a pause buffer? Or was that an accidental menu open? How are you gonna deal with that? And what's the punishment gonna be? Because if you just say that it's not allowed, then it means that the run is invalid, right? And then you get into the case where it's like, are you gonna be judging them based on like just good faith? Some games are small enough where it's fine that you can just rely on like people just being good faith about it. But some games are too big. Resident Evil is too big. Probably, I think. Bit tighter windows on like boss punishes and shit. Yeah. Well, I imagine that... Well, I don't know. You probably couldn't do this because of the RE community. Like, you could ask. But you probably can't do this because the Resident Evil community is one of the most elitist communities out there when it comes to speedrunning. But yeah, usually, like, if someone asked me why pauses on quitouts are banned, for example, or why let's say sorry, I kind of blanked out there, spaced out. Just spam escape over and over. Okay, I guess you could... Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. You could say something with you're not allowed to pause the game. Like you have... Like if you pause the game, you have to wait like 15 seconds to pause again or something. Or like 10 seconds. And then if someone accidentally pauses 2 times in a row, then it's like either you could say, okay, well, that's just tough luck, bro, and reject it, or they could say that if you do that, then or if you do it by accident, then it's fine. An accident would, I guess, be kind of clear because it would be like, okay, are you pause buffering or did you just accidentally... I think that's clear enough. If like, if that's how it's used, then I think it's probably pretty... I think you could probably just do a... You're only allowed to support... Why can't I speak? You're only allowed to pause. Fuck, I cannot speak. You're only allowed to pause once every 10 seconds or something like that. Waiting to pause again. Oh, because they like go into the menu and... Okay, I see. Oh, well, I guess they're cooked. Because they can't even like just like change the plugin, change the timing. I think any game that pauses during gameplay for the in-game time probably has to move to a different timer. I'm not gonna say that that's blanket statement the case, because in some cases, you know, some cases you don't want that, but most of the time I feel like if the game pauses during gameplay, sorry, if the IGT pauses, then you probably don't want to use that, even if it is convenient or nice. To be honest, the fucking worst scenario is whenever a game has an in-game timer and you can't use it. It's so fucking, like, not nice, but it's mostly like an aesthetic thing. Could run longer before swapping to 120 FPS. Yeah. FPS toggling is also cringe, but it is kind of cool, but it's also cringe. It's cool because it's kind of manipulating the game in a weird way, and it's cringe because it's like fucking annoying to watch. It'll be something along the lines of no heavy escape menu spamming during combats to line up shots. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that would kind of... I mean, that would definitely... well, so there would still be this one case that I just immediately thought of. So, in the world of cheating or unfair gameplay, you only need 1% as a top player to become unbeatable, usually. What if someone is like maybe on every 5 runs or so, he does like 1 pause buffer to do 1 shot better. And he says, oh, it's an accident. And maybe he does it rare enough so that it only helps him on like every like 1 out of 10 runs maybe, or 1 out of 20 runs or something. That's gonna be enough for if he's on a level playing field with someone else, like equal skill. That's gonna be enough for him to like rise above. You can look at chess cheating for an example of this. In chess cheating, all you need is a signal that there currently is a critical move in the position. So this would be when one move is drastically better than all the other options that there are. And when you're sitting at the game and you're like locked in, you might not spot immediately that there is this critical move. But if someone like sends you some sort of signal that you have pre-planned, that means or that's that you are supposed to read as you know, there is a critical move in this position, that's enough for you to completely be unbeatable. If you get that once in like, if you're playing like an 11 game match and you just have like 1 or 2 games where you get that signal, is gonna be enough for you to beat someone who's much better than you. Someone like Magnus Carlsen would be absolutely unbeatable if he did that, by his own admission. Jazz is big on one signal. Will turn sides, yeah. And so in this case, right, this guy would be like, you know, fighting the boss like normal, and then like it would accidentally pause, and then he would like, boom. And then, okay, sure, it's not gonna make a big difference to do it once, right? But what about the other runners? They're gonna be like, okay, are you for real? Is this guy allowed to do this? Then I should also be allowed to do it. And this way you kind of get an incremental like lessening of like the integrity of the rules. Or you might just have him straight up call him the other guy cheater, and then you have drama. And it's like, it's kind of hard to make a proper rule in these cases. But I do realize that all solutions have problems, and right now I'm only highlighting kind of like one side's problems. Because obviously their current rule set has the issue that it's cringe. But yeah, I guess it's just a lesson for other games to choose a better timing method. RTA no load. RTA no load capped FPS is the best timing method for most games. I think for FromSoft games specifically, IGT is better. But it's close. It's actually close. RTA no load is almost better. The only reasons that they aren't is because Sekiro, the FromSoft games have a meme where if you get below a certain FPS, then the game goes slow motion. So, and the opposite is true as well. The game speeds up slightly if you're above a certain FPS. So that means that you have to have capped FPS and FPS showing if you use RTA no load. Also, you'd have to make it very precise because you want to have it remove all the loading screens, which we already kind of do with ours. There's kind of a lot of issues, but there's also a lot of issues with standard IG, with modified IG. Yeah. I don't know. It's a difficult topic overall. But yeah, in my opinion, you definitely don't want an IGT that's like that IGT that they have. That pauses when you pause the game. And personally, this is kind of personal preference, right, with the pausing. I believe that pausing is against the spirit of speedrunning. So I think that it should only be done on certain types of speedruns. Like in Sekiro, the only speedrun you're allowed to pause in is all achievements. But it's not like you can pause anywhere. Each time that you beat an ending, you're allowed to pause during the credits. You're allowed to take a short break there on each of the credits. So there's going to be 4 credits, so you can have 4 breaks over a 4-hour run. I think that's very reasonable. If someone needs a break during a 1-hour run, then honestly, I'm like, you know, and this might be an unpopular opinion, and it shouldn't override what other people think, or it shouldn't trump what other people think. So if someone thinks something different, that doesn't mean they're wrong. That just means they have a different opinion. Personally, I feel like if someone does a 1-hour run and they're 40 minutes in and a life emergency happens, then they should just forfeit the run. I know that's kind of a fucked up thing in some circumstances, because they could be on the run of their life, and it could be you know, something that happened that they have to tend to, maybe a family member called them in an urgent way and they had to pick it up. But that's just kind of my opinion. And I guess the reasoning I would say is in this case, the end product is a speedrun that's kind of like a performance of the game, and the performance of the game is lessened by there being a break. And I think the viewers would agree that they wouldn't like watching a run where suddenly 45 minutes into the run there is a half-hour break or something. But again, that's just my opinion, and people will think should think differently. And if I was a moderator in a game, right, and we were making the rules, then it should definitely be voted on if pauses should be allowed or not, rather than just someone making the decision. But I think that once it's been decided which way you go, then that's kind of what you go with. And in the Sekiro community, we have kind of decided, or in the FromSoft community at large, we have decided in speedrunning you're not supposed to take breaks. But there are generally exceptions for the giga-long runs. In Elden Ring, I think it's the runs that are 2 hours and longer, generally speaking. All memories and longer, or all remembrances and longer, you're allowed to take breaks. In Dark Souls 3, I think you're only allowed to take breaks on all achievements. Just cut out the break and put the verified run with the break in the description. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. You could do that. Although generally speaking, that would make it a not single segment run. Which doesn't mean that it's unfair or that it's bad, but yeah. Hey, Cactus. But it just means that it's not single segment. You can't, like, have both, right? For example, in, the Dishonored 2 no-hit speedruns are single segment, but the regular speedruns are not single segment because you're allowed to use save quit. Sorry, save and quick load. So if I'm doing a skip, I'm allowed to save quit before the skip and then load back if I fail it. This is something that's allowed in that game, in those runs. And it also, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can like load a different save or whatever, but it's kind of like the default, like, unadulterated, like, original state of speedrunning is single segment RTA, right? Where you play a game from new game to credits with no pauses, no breaks, and the timer constantly running. But of course, we have kind of evolved above that. So, and we have also gotten to the point where people can, like, generally vote against. Like, people can reasonably say that, you know what, those OG rules, they suck. You know, that's a fair thing to do nowadays. So, again, not saying you're wrong for believing the other way. It's just a different opinion. Some runs, obviously, with like, you know, let's say that you allow pauses. It would require you to have the pause included in the video. And I get that could mean that you could have a separate version without the break. That is something you could do. But edit it out simply. But yeah. You also run into the issue where the video is now going to be spliced, right? The run might not be spliced, but the video is spliced, so it's a little bit of a it's not so nice. But it would be pretty nice, you know, to not have to reset to weird shit like your cat climbing on your mouse or some shit. Another one you have to be careful of is kind of the retroactive justifying, right? Let me explain what I mean by that. So oftentimes when people make world record history videos, they'll include videos that either were resets or were unofficial records or were rejected records. So oftentimes these will be mentioned, and then the urge that you get as a viewer immediately is to say, bro, of course that's legitimate, why did they reject it? Something like that. Why didn't they change the rules to accommodate this one run? That's something you gotta be careful of, because like what you're doing there is like you're kind of using, the reason you're using is essentially based entirely on your feelings. Like it's not based on, like there may be opinion, right? An opinion that is like, it's not 100% based on feelings, but there would be feelings involved with the preference, right? But something in this case with like with this case that I just described with watching a documentary video, right? Your like justifying of saying that they should have changed the rules to accommodate this one run would be like 100% feeling based, because you're feeling that this run deserves to be on the ranks. And this is something that I often fall into with like old runs, because I'm like, oh man, the old runs are so like, they're so goated. This is also something when you start looking at like speedrun history, you start having a warped view of what's valuable. You start valuing older runs more than newer runs. And it might be true that older runs have like a higher like artificial value in that they have like the nostalgia or the baggage and the history with them. But those aren't probably the place where you should be focusing. You'll probably be focusing with the new runs. And best yet, focus on the runs that haven't been done yet. Try to make the landscape the best for the runs that haven't been done yet, but are gonna be submitted, you know, tomorrow and day after that, and next week. Insane yapping session. Well, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. Minecraft has more strict rules if you submit something that is top 50 or something. Yeah, they do have that. I don't remember how many tiers they have of this. But yeah. They have like, when you're below a certain part, you only have the need to have the recording, right? And show the C or whatever. And then once you get higher up, you need to provide the world file, or maybe you need to live stream it or provide like full like attempt session. In Dishonored 1, they have a rule that says that if your run is below a certain time, then you need to show your FPS during your run in Dishonored 1. Did you miss something? I don't know. I got a pretty good PB, but it was 2 seconds off of my goal. And so I kind of gave up after that and just started yapping. So yeah, now I'm just about to end stream because I am running out of mouth muscles. Yeah. I'll do some attempts again tomorrow probably, since I kind of had a short stream today. I will probably have extra energy tomorrow. Oh shit, Jill is playing. Nice. Rating Jill is a little bit clown business though, because she has 600 viewers. And I don't want to leech. I hate raiding because, like, raiding is something you should do because it helps you out and it helps your friends out. But I honestly cannot be bothered to say hi to someone right now. Maybe I should make it my signature move to just raid and not type shit in chat. I would have to commit to it for a long time though to kind of like get that you know, that kind of swagger. And then, you know, one day you might raid a stream that you're gonna watch anyway, and then you have to stay silent to kind of maintain the plan. Get your viewers to tell the person you raided what you were doing. Dude, that is so peak when you can get that, because, yeah. Just say, hi, I got to go. No, because I don't want to listen to them. I don't want to unmute their stream. Oh, actually, I could do that without unmuting their stream. I could just say hi, got to go. I could say hi, bitch. I'ma fuck off. Wait, no, what's it? I'ma bounce. Hi, bitch. I'ma bounce. Oh, cage emote. Yeah, I could also type just a oh, cage and I'm about to bounce. Nah, what the hell? I know what Panette once said. Like, Panette, or I don't know if it was Panette, but like, some people would like rate and say, I'm gonna go have a shower wank. Like, after rating. Yeah, yeah. It's with 4 H's in this chat, sorry. Sorry, Wormdog is retarded and doesn't know how to... Sorry, restarted and doesn't know how to spell, so it's with 4 in this chat. Jesus Christ. Do not look at how many years I've been subscribed to myself. Dude, I'm an actual fucking... Dude, I'm soon gonna have more years streamed than viewers. Unk streamer, yeah. Dude, my account is so old. Goddamn, my account is 10 years old. And my streaming journey is 4 years old almost. I'm glad I didn't start streaming when I was 15. When I was on the Team Fortress 2 voice chat arc. Yeah. Yo, let's boot up Team Fortress 2 and speedrun how long it takes for someone to type a slur in chat. I think like one of the other days when I played Team Fortress, right? We went like a couple hours before someone did it. But then the last time I did it, it only took like 10 minutes for someone to actually call me the N-word. And I didn't do anything except kill him in game. I didn't even say anything. I didn't like emote or taunt. I just killed him and like a regular, like, and like 10 minutes, he just started like calling me the N-word and like the F slur and like calling me gay repeatedly and like targeting me and just like completely like spamming the chat. Or I don't actually remember which session that was from, but I do remember that we had that happen. And we also had a game where I just joined and someone randomly started typing it. Yeah, this one clip. Oh, what? You're live on Twitch? I wonder if footage exists of this, but like 10 years ago, me and a friend changed our Steam names to Stream Bomber, and then in game we would like just rocket jump on top of this, like we got into a game with a streamer and we just named ourselves Stream Bombers, and then we just like jumped him over and over again. Like 10 years ago. Twitch's golden era. We just rocket jump onto him and like blow him up. This was back when I was like really good at the game and like, you know, streamers were bad at the game. So like it's kind of a loser move, right? Because they're just trying to enjoy the game and you're kind of ruining it for them. But it's also a little funny. It is a little funny, but it's also kind of a dick move. I wouldn't do that anymore, but I did do that back then. And if someone posted like a clip of someone like getting really mad at someone doing that, I would lose my shit laughing at a streamer getting trolled like that. I would. So I can't say that I'm entirely innocent in that regard. Malcolm during Twitch trials. Which game is this? Damn, I could go for a couple beers right now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any though, I drunk them all. Twitch rivals for Elden Ring. Malcolm was just fucking with the picture. Bro, that's fucking funny. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's funny. I love shit like that. Sometimes I'm a little, you know, how should I say it? I'm a little annoyed with the direction I've chosen, because I love shit like that with like, you know, like trolling and like lightheartedness and shit like that. But I've chosen to like do the most serious kind of nerdy ass shit. But hopefully there's some crossover. There are some channels that do it quite well, like Kadrill, for example. He's like a League of Legends guy, and he's very technical about the game. He knows a lot about it, and is very like... He's one of those casters. Oh, like, he used to be a caster. He doesn't cast the professional matches anymore, at least not officially. But he used to be one of the casters that were like really like knowledgeable about the game, because he used to be a pro player as well. But now he's like doing like he's essentially just like watching the games and like commenting on smart plays, and doing a lot of trolling, humor, memes, stuff like that. Oh my god, wait. He's just fucking teleporting to them. What? LOL? What the hell? Dude, this is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I recommend you guys watch that video. It's actually funny. Dude, this kind of the stuff you can do in online in this game is really funny. But like trolling people. Although some people kind of take that a step further, because you have light trolling, and then you have like people that are going, oh, I'm gonna one up those plebeian trollers, and I'm just gonna brick their save file. That's what the trollers do nowadays on Dark Souls. Fucking losers. Alright. That's gonna be the end of the stream. I can't be bothered to do more shit, and I don't want to speak anymore because I'm losing my voice. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.